Hello, bearded bee people. Welcome back to B&K Bees. This is one of my breeder colonies, and they are starting some swarm preparation. So I'm going to pull a nuke off of them, and I figured I'd make a video on how to make a nuke. Firstly, let me say I highly recommend that you either create a queen in a different method or purchase a queen or a queen cell or virgin queen or something. Rather than letting a thin split raise their own queen. The reason being is you just don't have enough bees in there and enough resources in there to create a really high quality queen. So, I mean, there are other ways you can do the walkaway split aspect. You could set it out very, very strong and then recombine half of it after. So what I could do is just set this whole top box off to the side, let them create a queen, and then take a split off of that and then recombine the rest of that top box with the bottom. That's not how I'm going to do it, but that's how I would recommend you do it if you are definitely dead set on allowing your splits and your nukes to raise their own queens. What I'm going to do is give them a queen cell tomorrow that I have in one of these colonies over there, one of those cell builders. So I'm going to set out a 3 or 4 frame split, making sure that they have enough bees to keep the brood warm and some extra, making sure that they have enough food in both bee bread and nectar/honey, and making sure that there's enough capped brood to continue, or enough brood in general, to continue regenerating while we're waiting for that virgin queen to go out and get mated and come back and start laying it up. So that is what I am going to be looking for, and that's what I'm going to be trying to set aside. If you'll notice, I already have the queen set aside, and she's not going anywhere. She's going to stay in this box. She's one of the breeders, like I said, so I'm going to pull off a queenless split. Okay, so I have a brood frame. There's a nice honey band going around on the tops and sides. This side has a tiny bit of brood and a tiny bit of bee bread, so we'll consider this a brood frame. And I'm going to set it over here in this nuke box. It's nice that I've got that queen set aside, so I can just kind of go through. Okay, so this is more bee bread and young brood. I'm going to bring that over as well. This will mean that there will be bees emerging for quite a while, because a lot of that is just eggs. So it'll be 21 days before those ones emerge. And by that time, there will be a virgin queen in there and all that, so you really have to try to time that stuff out, because you definitely don't want there to be a long period of no bees emerging in your nuke, because foragers make horrible nurse bees, and nurse bees make horrible foragers. So you kind of have to plan all that out. If you're just setting aside a nurse bee split, make sure you give them enough food, and if you're setting aside a split that before they start regenerating is going to have all oriented and become foragers, then you're going to have to give them either capped brood or more nurse bees, lest you have a bunch of underfed, small looking bees that were raised in a substandard way by some foragers. Okay, now I want purely a food frame and then a shake, and then I think I'm good. Okay, here's a little bit of food. Okay, and then I'm going to give them a shake of bees, shake and move of bees. I'm going to set this queen back in here first thing so that she doesn't sit in the sun. Okay, now I'm going to grab some frames to fill out this top box. Alright, so now in 2 weeks, like I said, I'm going to add a cell here tomorrow, and then in 2 weeks when that cell returns as a mated queen, I'll give these this nuke another frame of bees and brood. And at that point they should be ready for sale, or whatever, you know, that I'm going to use them for. Based on the fact that I put them in this wooden box, probably move to one of the new split yards. But either way, that's how I do it. Once again, I don't recommend letting these individual little nukes raise their own queens. There's just not enough workforce and not enough resources. And then also, once again, don't just fill it up with capped brood. You really want some young brood as well, so that it's regenerating in nurse bees over the you know, days or weeks that you're waiting for regeneration by a new queen. So, got to keep on thinking of all of that, because once again, nurse bees don't make good foragers, and foragers don't make good nurse bees. So when you're setting out splits and splitting up workforce, you got to keep that in mind. So, thanks for watching. Get out there and have some fun with your bees. See ya.